Hello and welcome back to the Lord Sir Dukeman channel. I am Lord Sir Dukeman, and this is Farming Simulator 2019. Now, this is a new game to the channel. This is going to be a light roleplay series, and we're here on the New Lands map by Gwendol. It's a beautiful map, and it's going to allow us to have loads of creativity and freedom. As well as being a light roleplay series, it's also a survival series. As if you see, we are starting with $36,000 and this here truck. That's all we have to our name. We have no land. We don't own a single thing. If I go into the garage, that's all we got is the truck. This amount of money isn't out of nowhere. It's the amount of money that I had when me and my wife moved from California to Indiana. That $36,000 is not going to last us long. We are going to spend almost all of it today. So first things we need to do is buy some land. And there's actually the perfect starting plot way down here. Field number 1 gives us some lightly forested area and an actual field here, which I believe is already grown. Yes, so it's got wheat on it, and it's ready to harvest. We'll be getting a harvester today and harvesting that. But first, I want to get a little bit extra money. So we're actually going to be buying a chainsaw and chopping down the few trees that we do have to get some wood. I always go with the steel. Classic, and we'll buy that for $1,000. And we're already down to $35,000. Now we'll need a way to pick up and transport those logs. So I've added a few mods so we can have cheaper options. Our workhorse is going to be a small tractor. It's going to be doing all of our cultivating, planting. It's going to be pulling our harvester because our harvester is going to be a pull-behind harvester. It's going to be this Massey Ferguson 100 3-cycle series. Isn't she a beauty? 38 horsepower, which is upgradable to 49. We're going to pretty much keep everything as is. The only thing is we are going to the front loader attachment. I like the headlights on the side, and I want the exhaust vertical because that doesn't cost anything. So we're gonna buy this bad boy and lose another $9,000, and we're down to $25,000. So let's get the actual front loader attachment for it. There are two options: a short and a long. I'm plenty happy with the short. It's cheaper, and I think it actually looks better. The long extends too far, I believe. For my taste, at least. Only comes in red, nothing fancy, another $1,000. It works with all of the regular attachments, so we are going to be getting the log fork, which is $800. How much is it to color it? $200. Nope, we're keeping it black. Let's go ahead and buy that. We are bringing this town lots of new business, and we are going to need a trailer to haul the wood in. We're just going to get this tiny little 3-ton tipper for $650. Does not hold much, but it'll get us going at least. So we'll buy that, and let's look at our purchases. Got a nice little setup here. This is gonna keep us busy for a little while. Now let's see if I can line this up on the first try. Smooth as butter. Nice. But can I back up? In a straight line? Yes, I can. Oh, I should lift that up a little bit so we're not scraping paint off already. That is a big log fork for this tiny little tractor, but we're going to be cutting the logs pretty short to fit them in this trailer anyway. I parked right in front of the exit. Now let's drive our truck down to our farm. Okay, we want to make sure the road is clear before we pull out. And we'll hop on over here. So it is hard to drive this on following the roads with a keyboard. Might have to upgrade to a controller for this. Okay, man, we are entering the freeway and you were doing 30 miles an hour. I believe this little dirt road up here is our turn off. Man, I'm gonna have to come through here eventually and clear out this road. It's not much of a road, more as a trail. Bushes are scratching up my paint. And this is our land here. This is our field over here. And then our land actually comes with a couple of sheds that we can park stuff at. As you can see, we have a field of wheat here, ready to harvest. We are right next to the spinnery and a grain silo, so we can sell our crops there. And I didn't realize there's also this dirt road. That probably would have been a quicker way here instead of going down, around, and over. We'll do that with the tractor. And because this is a survival roleplay series, I now have to walk all the way back to the shop. I'll see you at the shop. So I thought this path would lead directly to the shop, but it really led me on a zigzag, and it would have been just quicker to follow the road back. But hey, a scenic route. It's beautiful. Got a nice mountainous view, trees, calm breeze blowing through my hair. And we've made it back to the shop here. Now, we know the quicker way to our plot of land, so let's turn the tractor on and head on out. I figure since it's going to be a little while before we come back, we should also probably close the shop's gates for them. Look to our left, no cars coming. And we pull out. Now I'm probably going to have lots of angry cars behind me because I can only go 16 miles an hour. Yep, there's an angry car behind me. Hopefully they're getting on the freeway and won't be behind me for too much longer. Nope. They're really angry. We'll pull off to the side for them here. There's a little bit of an area here. Always be courteous to other drivers. This is a really beautiful map. Like, there's a nice number of trees. It's not too forested that it's only forestry gonna be happening. But I love that there's no, besides the starting field, which obviously is the only cheap field that you can start with, really. It's open, so you can make your fields wherever, and it's going to be a wonderful series once we get a little bit of money going, buy some plots of land, get a nice, basically, farming empire going. I feel like we're clearly the first farmers in the area. I feel like the only previous industry here was maybe some animals, maybe some forestry. That's why the trees are so thinned out already. Ooh. Can my little tractor make it up this hill? I don't know. Hey Lori, you want to give me a push? 'Cause I'm struggling. You know, it'd probably be easier if he just waited at the bottom for me. seems to be struggling with the clutch. But I will make it. Didn't think I was going to make it up that hill. That's a steep little hill. A little tractor that could. And now we turn off. Watch for deer. Wait, is the lorry is following us. We'll turn down this road. And we'll say bye to our friend the lorry. I'm actually not going to be driving very far because this is the first tree we're going to be cutting down. Turn that off right here. Decent sized tree. And if you may have noticed when I've gone into the menu, we are actually on multiplayer. The purpose of that is I have a second computer and account that I can do some top-down time lapses on. So after we cut down this tree, I feel like we'll get into one of those time lapses of me chopping it up and loading it into the little tractor. You don't have access to this land. I beg your pardon. This is my land. Since the game won't allow us to cut down the tree, let's move on to another tree, which I know is mine. This big boy right here. Much bigger tree. Right? You're gonna tell me I don't? I see. So the problem is, I never actually bought the land. I said I was gonna buy the land. I moved my truck and my equipment to this land, but I have not purchased the land. So, let's buy the land. We now own the land, and I can chop down these trees now. Okay. That was a hilarious mistake. So I'm sure I can cut down that tree down there. But since we already moved the tractor over here, I'm just going to cut down this one. Right? I can do that? I can do that. So let's cut it pretty low to the ground. Timber! So yeah, let me hop into the sky view and we'll get into cutting this up and loading it into the trailer. And with, as you can see, with some difficulty, I've got half the tree loaded into this little tractor. Still got Okay, maybe a third of the tree loaded into the little trailer. There's definitely some buggy, glitchy issues with this little claw here, but there's also just some learning curve that I had to figure out. So I'm actually going to leave the front loader attachment here. Maybe that will be less weight on the tractor and easier to pull. And I'm gonna pull this over to the sawmill and sell the logs. Also, as a side note, this trailer does not have ratchet straps. So if either of those logs fall out, I am going to allow myself to give myself super strength to put them back in, because I would definitely ratchet that down if I could. We don't have a very long drive. Just need to drive up this road and over to the sawmill here. So I should hopefully be able to make it without them falling out. Oh yeah, I don't think they're going anywhere. I say that now, but watch as they fall off. And just up here on our, right as one of the logs shifted there, we enter the sawmill. I believe the sell point is around back here. Yeah, so you can sell wood chips through this, or you can sell logs down here. I definitely prefer selling logs. Logs have a lot more uses, and as a hobbyist woodworker, it pains me to see good wood turned into wood chips. And no, it's not on the ramp. I'm not missing that badly. It's over here. I'm going to... Yeah, I knocked down... Oh, no, I didn't quite knock it down. There we go. And we come over to the trigger. And we get almost $2,000 worth of wood. Oh yeah, I couldn't knock that down if I wanted to. That is sturdy post. Just give me some orange paint along the side of my trailer there. Now I gotta make the trip back to pick up some more wood. I'll see you back at the farm. nicely stacked load. A couple of those didn't want to come out of the claw for some reason, so I had to rip them out pretty much. But overall, that went a lot smoother than the first time. I guess the first logs were just too heavy for this little tractor to lift up. But that is a beautiful sight there. Let's see, how much money do we think this is going to be? If the first load was almost 2,000, those were thicker diameter logs, but there were only 4 of them. I think this is going to be about $3,000 right here. Using the log claw, it's an interesting technique. You have to kind of like pinch them, flip it up, open it, so it kind of just like falls back into the claw. They like to glitch around a little bit. It's not the best mechanics, but to be fair, this game's more about farming than forestry. I feel like the forestry bit is kind of just tacked on, but it's a nice tack on, honestly. I quite enjoy it, and it is easier with the more expensive equipment. But don't worry, we're not just going to be doing forestry stuff today. After this tree is finished, we will have enough money to purchase our harvester, bring it down to our farm, and harvest our wheat. Man, people fly on these roads. Chill out. Such a small town, everyone here seems to have road rage. I like this sawmill as well. It's nicely open. Like, it doesn't feel like it's too difficult to navigate around here. Like, even with larger equipment, I feel like I would be able to get in and out easily. Hop on out. Let's see. How close was I? Okay, 2,000. So, I guess there was more logs, but they were thinner diameter. That definitely does contribute a lot, the diameter. So, but hey, so far $4,000 from that tree, pretty much. That's a lot of money. We have almost 9,000. The harvester we want, I believe, is only about $5,000. It's really cheap. It's definitely not new. It was new before I was born, let's put it that way. So yeah, I will see you back over at the tree, and we'll get the rest of that tree chopped up, loaded up, and sold. That's quite a sad load. If I had known it was only going to be 2 more logs, I probably would have just tried to stack them on top of the previous load. The whole tip disappeared after I sawed it off, unfortunately. Oh, and these are lightweight enough I could have just lifted them. Systematic, more like problematic. This isn't going to be more than $200, I bet. But we'll still deliver it because we have to go pick up the harvester. Sawmill's a little out of the way of getting to town, but if we take the truck, it won't be too long of a drive. So let's actually purchase the harvester now, because the base game one's way too expensive for me. So I added a couple of modded ones, but this one right here, $4,120. It's a bargain. It's a pull behind. So let's purchase. That leaves us just under $5,000, but now we're going to be able to do a harvest. So let's actually go park this over in one of our sheds. And I just realized I don't have the thin wheels on this tractor, so I have to be very careful not to drive through my fields. There's a lot of bushes. I'm going to have to get a lawnmower and mow down some of these bushes. The way the light was coming through the fence, I thought this was like a sell point of some sort. It looked like the little checkerboard corners, but no, it's not. We're gonna go tight fit there. We're gonna climb through the passenger seat so we don't open our door into the wood there. And go pick up that little trailer. Oh, I just realized if I have the trailer, I can't pick up the harvester. So it looks like I'm going to have to drop off the wood, bring the trailer back, and then go pick up the harvester. I mean, I guess it means I don't have to go the long way around town, but double trip. At least they'll be in the truck and it's nice and quick. And I'll probably see you guys back at the shop. Actually, I'm going to bring you back right here just to see how close I was with the $200 estimate. 172. I was pretty darn close. So now I will see you at the shop. And there she is. I believe it's a 3-meter wide harvester head. It's not very big, I know that. Now let's hook her up to the truck and tow her home. Although why they put her out here in the yard facing this way, I don't know. Enough. Yep, there's enough room to close the gate. Just barely. No cars coming. Pull out onto the road. Avoid that hitting that stop sign. And we're on the road again. And I won't have people angry behind me because I have the truck. I'm not super slow. And to be fair, I don't know if the tractor could have hauled this up that hill that we have to go up. Because it's a pretty steep hill. And this is a heavy load. Now I'm the ones behind these people. Give them a taste of their road rage. This is a beautiful sight. Almost missed my turn. And we're going to pretty much line up the harvester here. And go park our truck. And get our tractor back. I'm actually going to park the truck over here on the concrete. And we'll just attach it on here. I believe it's X to unfold it. Yep, so it swings out to the side. So I won't actually be driving on any of my crops. I'll be driving next to them. Turn it on. Don't have access to that land. Yeah, but I have access to this land here. And we're harvesting. Now, it's got a decent working speed. 8 miles an hour? That's pretty darn quick. Wow. 9? That's... Good thing this is just a straight line. I don't know if I could keep it straight if I going around corners and such. Okay, so... a single swath going this way is over 25%. We can turn that off. This is going to be a lot of unloading. Luckily, I believe the best price right now is Central Grain Elevator, which, believe it or not, right here. So we do not have to go very far to sell it for the best price. So yeah, I'm going to kick it over to our eye in the sky up there and have a fantastic time lapse. hopping over here in the pickup truck, grabbing the trailer. We are full just before finishing one circuit of the field. You noticed on the time lapse I had the camera account join our farm, so you'll be able to watch the money go up as I sell the grain. Let's see how full one load is. There we go. Okay. So one load gets us to 50%, so we can unload twice before we have to go empty the trailer. Back over to the time lapse now. Taking our first 75% load over here to sell. Do these gates open automatically, or do I gotta get out and open it? Okay. We're just gonna leave that open for the rest of the harvest though. We'll swing back around this way. Drive up the ramp and let's see how much money this gets us. Simple hydraulic lift. $1,500, not bad, not bad. Imagine we'll get another $5,000 from this harvest total, which will be a very nice addition. We'll be able to hopefully buy most of our stuff we need for replanting. This will probably be the last time you hear from me before the harvest is finished. I'm just gonna keep going back and forth, unloading. You'll be able to see the total going up on the time lapse. And let's kick into high gear. here we are, the last little bit of grain. Fold up the harvester. I would love to collect all of this straw. I don't know if we'll have enough money. I know we won't have enough money to buy a baler or a forage wagon, but we might have enough money to rent a forage wagon. We just have to make sure we have enough money to buy all the equipment to replant first. That's going to be at least 10 grand, I feel like, of equipment. We'll just park that there for now. Walk over to our truck and sail this last little bit of wheat. But yeah, if we could collect all of this straw, that would probably get us another 2 grand. I would imagine 2 grand. It's been a while since I've sold straw, but I imagine that's about 2 grand worth. Missed the tree. Got just over half a load here, so probably $1,000, which will get us almost 13,000, which is quite a bit of money, honestly. Pull in here and sell. $1,300, just over 13,000. Wow, that is a lot of money. And we're done selling for the day, so I'll close this gate. I'll bring our truck and trailer back over to our farm, and I think that's a good place to end the episode. I can drive across our field here. A little bumpy with these straw hills. What a beautiful farm. I feel like next time we'll buy all of our replanting equipment, see how much money we have, maybe chop down another tree or two so we can get enough money to rent a forage wagon, pick all this up, replant, and who knows, we might even make a new field. We do have, so this is field 1, but if we get rid of trees here, we could put another field here. Be about half the size of field 1, but that's a whole nother field. And then who knows, we'll eventually be expanding and buying all of this property around us. There's a lot to buy here. But I want to thank you for watching. If you like this content, give it a like, share it around with your friends, subscribe if you want to see more. Comment down below what you want to see on our farm. Do you want me to go for animals? Do you want me to go for just crops, a certain type of crop? What do you think we should do? Currently, our farm is named Lord's Farm, but if you can come up with a better title for our farm, I will definitely rename this farm. And we need a name for the town over here too. New Lands, I don't feel like that's the town name. That's just the map name. So we need a name for this town over here. As always, thank you for watching, and have a good night. Goodbye.